What up, New Gaming Order? We are halfway through this podcast, and we are going to be talking about. I don't, this is not clickbait, and I'm not looking to get into it with some of the blind fanboys.
Yeah, right.
But this is a response video to Crap Gamer. And pretty much, I was watching his YouTube video on the backwards compatibility was dropped for Call of Duty Black Ops this week, right? Now a lot of people are playing it, and it's a good time for the X1 because it hasn't really had the best of luck. So what I saw in that video, and one thing I think. I want to just make the disclaimer. CrapGamer is primarily an Xbox guy, as am I. But I'm more like I have
bro, he's more than that, bro. Like,
yeah, he
more than that, bro.
Yeah, he might as well be an employee for Microsoft. Now I am pro Xbox, but I'm not anti Sony or I'm not anti PlayStation 4. Sony, the company, is a different. I don't like how they handle business, and with that, the fanboys, stop it. Microsoft, the Xbox One has been stumbling, tripping on its own feet since the launch, and one good thing happens for them where they get backwards compatibility for Black Ops, and the Sony fanboys, to exclude the ones like that are logical in this console war. You guys gotta stop it. Just because Microsoft got something that your system on the PS4 with the PS Now can't do, y'all mad? Why? It's like, as they say, haters are gonna hate, but I guess this was also a promotional tool for Infinite Warfare to get people like, okay, yeah, Call of Duty is looming. It's coming out in November. Yeah, put some of that stuff. And considering that Microsoft has the edge with backwards compatibility with a lot of those games, there's potential for all these Call of Duties to just pop up in your install queue if you have the digital or you have the disc, right? So my thing is, it's not just Sony fanboys, but just in general. Look at sports. Look at Star Trek and Star Wars fanboys. Look at Boston Red Sox and New York Yankees and how they're so embittered with hate sometimes towards one another. It's like, hey, if your team wins, be happy for them. And if it doesn't tickle your fancy, don't even worry about it. Like a PlayStation guy being mad over a game that's being played on Xbox. You don't own the system. Why are you mad? Unless you're gonna get the system and play it, then hey, if they have an axe to grind it with Sony. But man, I just wanted to pass the floor around because there's a lot more I want to say on it, but I don't want to.
Let me backdoor you real quick.
Okay, what backdoor me? What?
No, that's.
Hold up.
So when you say that Sony niggas is mad, are you like literally saying that they're mad, or are they kind of backlashing from Xbox dudes like being over joyful? Because there's got to be a difference, because I don't think that Sony dudes is mad more than a lot of Xbox dudes like, yo, we got Black Ops 1, and niggas is like, all right, like, so like,
that's a good angle. That's a good angle. And before I even put this in the topic, I said, let me make sure, because I was wondering if that was gonna pop up. CrapGamer in his video, when he was talking about they're like on Reddit forums and all kinds of stuff, there's a backlash with it, but you can't be mad at Microsoft for having the ability to provide a Call of Duty game that was very popular to its users. So Microsoft is taking care of their people. So I think that if anything, like if the folks are trying to rub it in, I haven't seen it yet. But if they are, they're wrong. They're wrong.
Right. And this is another thing. Like, for all the is absolutely no reason for a Sony dude to be mad at this moment after getting games like Ratchet and Clank and Uncharted just dropping and shit. There's no reason for a Sony.
There you go. That's logical thinking. It's like, play your games, enjoy your experiences, and stop being mad that somebody else is gonna enjoy something that it doesn't make sense to me. It doesn't make sense to me at all. It's a good time for the Xbox group because maybe now they'll probably start seeing some sales. You know what I mean? Like, it just that baffles my mind. Like the hatred that people seems to spew at one another over a video game. Come on, that's just
some people. Just
yeah. Well, that too. But again, the backwards compatibility, Microsoft did it right. If they're mad that they're paying for PS Now and they don't have Black Ops on there, that's on them. Don't be mad at anybody, or the fanboys shouldn't be fighting one another. Just write to your companies, put up petitions and forums. Like Sony even said that they can't go back. The PS3 had, with the cell processor, it's too hard to emulate. You know what I mean? Maybe with the PS Neo, they might have a little more extra horsepower to try and do software emulation without having to pay for it. You know what I mean? But, I like Black Ops. I don't think anybody should be mad that somebody else will be happy or enjoy a gaming experience. I think that it's real stupid right now. But with that, Dmizzle, what are your thoughts on some Sony fanboys being upset that the Xbox One got Black Ops for backwards compatibility?
I have to agree with person who said that they're not butthurt that the Xbox One got backwards compatibility for Black Ops 1 more than it is people who own Xbox Ones are entirely too happy about it.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I don't see much of anything coming from the Sony fandom side. Like, okay, it's more like good for you.
Exactly.
Like,
there's no reason.
You want a
cookie?
It's like okay, that's good. It's not like Sony fanboys are overly butthurt about it or even happy about it. It's more like they don't care.
You sure about that?
I'm kind of sure about that, bro. Like I said, it'd be different
because
if it was a drought. It'd be different if like PlayStation no games. But like I said, bro,
I mean, especially
you came off of two good ass exclusives, two banging ass exclusives. Just got
exactly like Sony just put out Uncharted 4. I don't think many PlayStation 4 owners care about a 4-year-old game playable on Xbox 360.
But let me steer it. The Call of Duty fans, like the ones that are on PlayStation, like I think that we're going too broad with that. Let's go to the Call of Duty community, right?
Even them, like I could see them being mad if they got like
I could see if it was
Modern Warfare 2 or Modern Warfare backwards compatible. Maybe I could see them being upset about that, but I don't know, man. Like I haven't seen nobody say nothing negative about it. I've been seeing a lot of people like, hurrah, we got Black Ops, but I haven't seen a lot of people hate.
Yeah, I'm trying to collect the data to put into the Discord. So,
like, even the people who are mad, it's like an extremely
small group,
minority.
Yeah,
it's not like this overwhelming wave of negativity coming from PS3, PS4 Call of Duty players and PS4 owners in general. That's just not the case.
Okay. Because I'm reading some of the comments right now. It's like, man, you know what? Maybe a CrapGamer.
Bruh,
CrapGamer got it wrong.
Xbox Nazi. Y'all watch this man's videos, bruh? This man is Xbox Nazi, but he will find any kind of way to tear down Sony. That's why he's one of those dudes that you're gonna go to his channel and watch some of those videos, and you're
like
not
a clickbait, right?
It's all clickbait, and you're never gonna see like you're not gonna get solid information. Definitely take that information that he says
with a grain of salt.
With a grain of salt, because it's always gonna be skewed toward Xbox. Like, you can't trust none of that type of shit that CrapGamer's talking about.
Now you see on this show, like when Sony does something good, we give credit where credit's due. Like, and my staff will vouch for me with that. You know, so that's the one thing I brought that up. I'm just like, you know, some of the comments I'm reading in his threads, it's like by doing that video, it became folks are clashing swords, bro.
Y'all do know this is the same dude that wrote Phil's talking about his Quantum Break pre-order, right?
That was him?
This is the same.
No way. I didn't know it was him.
Get the hell out of here.
Same dude.
No, but you know what? I want to extend an invitation to him, to, you know, maybe we can.
Oh, hell no.
It's on a professional level, you know. I want to.
He's not gonna come on nobody else's podcast. He's one of those dudes that he's gonna go and be with the Xbox Mafia dudes, and they're gonna agree with each other and do that fanboy shit. He's not about.
Now, being that we are like, you know, more of a general show, like. This way, because I agree with some of the stuff he did say. Like there are those few that were just like, oh, you know, whining and complaining. But, you know, considering, hey, I should have looked at the clickbait type of stuff. But you gotta be like a very general. You can't be just like one-sided fanboy type stuff. But when he did put that video up, it looked like the ones that are like that on the Sony side came out the dirt, like Thriller, like, yeah, yo, what the, you know what I mean? So, but for the sake of time, Noob, what are your thoughts on this, you know, the news that, okay, you got Black Ops, you got some folks just not happy with it, but then again, it's like, it just, we're all gamers. Why are people mad that, hey, you got this and that or whatever? I mean, it's hard for me to say, hey, like with Street Fighter V not coming to X1 or whatever, I found some way to play it. You know what I mean? So, but your thoughts, Snoop? Oh, he's still doing his laundry.
No, I saw him. This might be.
Or he's getting that Chinese food, one of the two.
All right. Well, to kind of speed this up, I know On Your Knees and Shin Takuma gotta go. But do you have anything to add to it?
No.
Hello, can y'all hear me?
Yeah.
Oh, now.
What was it? I heard you say Noop. You want to toss it over to Paul?
Oh, okay. Well, all right. Let me go back. But you know, I don't know what part of the topic you heard, but you know, CrapGamer put out a video about the Sony fanboys are upset from the Call of Duty community that Black Ops is now backwards compatible on the X1. And, you know, considering he made some good points, but I think also he was putting vinegar on a wound and trying to, you know, incite some you know, clickbait and fighting between the community. But, you know, what are your thoughts on that? Like, if indeed true in general, should Sony people be mad that, you know, Black Ops, an old game, mind you, is now playable on the Xbox One?
Number one, or you bought an Xbox One or PS4, you had a choice. Number two, Sony told y'all about PlayStation Now, where you had to buy or rent backwards compatibility, and told you there would be no backwards compatibility. You decided to buy the system knowing that if you wanted to play old games on it, you had to pay for it, okay? Xbox, we just knew that there wouldn't be backwards compatibility on Xbox regardless. We didn't know that there was any way we were going to play it. We had a big discussion about it because Alex was talking about how he has a lot of digital Xbox 360 games. He wanted to carry them over. Fortunately for us, through all the bashing and all the, Sony's outselling, blah, 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 blah. You know, fast forward a couple years, Microsoft listened, we have backward compatibility. You're not going to get that, Sony, because they have PlayStation Now. If they do backwards compatibility, PlayStation Now worth absolutely nothing because I can just play my old games. So it's you know, you had a choice. I don't think you have a right to be mad that one company made a decision and has the capability to do something that the other one doesn't. That'd be like me buying the Xbox One and saying, "Oh, I'm mad because my graphics aren't as good as PlayStation 4." No, this is something I know. So I had to make a choice. So you really don't have a right to be mad. And like you said, it's an old game. Very old. I'm playing Black Ops 3. We're talking about Black Ops 1.
Mhm.
So I'm sorry, but to quote, we here at Sony have a product for those people who don't want to move on to the next generation and want to play old games. It's called a PlayStation 3. Sorry.
Oh, alrighty. And on your knees, do you want to add to it, or do you want to pass?
People just have too much fucking time on their hands when this is their big thrill in life to troll people from either platform in either direction. They just have too much fucking time on their hands. That's all it is. It's a bunch of nonsense.
Yeah.
Just tell them to go fuck themselves and move on to the next thing.
Yeah.
Shout out to GameStop for charging $8 more for Black Ops 1 on 360 than you do on PS3 because you want to get that quick cash grab. Shout out to them.
Yeah, because apparently,
Hooray.
matter of fact, I will give you something. According to N4G.com, used copies of Call of Duty Black Ops on 360 are selling like crazy already. I'm trying to see, what was it? I'm looking for the full story. But yeah, apparently when I went to do the backwards compatibility, I'm like, who's playing this? There was so many people like on the freaking like server just doing their thing. I'm like, what the? I guess like, and to talk about the last topic, sometimes the old school is better than the new school.
Clearly.
Yeah, so keeping it to the basics, might seem to work for them in this. So I'm looking at the prices. I guess in the UK, what was it? It's looking like what, $12? Interesting, but hey, they're making a killing now. But hopefully, being that they don't print Black Ops disc anymore, they don't shoot up the prices like they did with Marvel vs. Capcom 2 on the original Xbox. Remember how much some of those discs were going for? It was crazy. Alright, so, Shin Takuma, do you have anything to add before we shift gears?
Luke said everything for me, so.
You gotta talk for yourself, sucker. Or you sing for yourself.
Myself, fine. That's John Gibb.
You know what? No, don't do that. Don't do that because you're doing like the folks that are mad. No, we don't do that on this show. That was just playing. All right, so we're bringing this topic to a close. Rate, comment, and subscribe. Check us out on Newgamingorder.com for the latest and greatest. And if you have any questions, comments, or concerns about my offer to bring in more staff members to help me and Nelson with streaming on New Gaming Order's main channel, that would be great. We can always use like an extra staff member here and there and actually do multiple shows during the week where I don't have to host it all the time. Alright, so with that, we will be right back. And again, yeah, we'll be back. Peace.